Hello! Hello! Hello, Mr. Leo. What was for dinner was pork chops with arugula, cherry tomatoes, and prosciutto. And it was very good. And what is for dessert is, I bet you guessed it, peanut butter toast. Peanut butter toast. Along with caffeine-free Coke Zero. And a little bit of very cheap rum. Let's listen to that pour. Hold on a second. Let's listen to this pour. That sounds pretty good. Now let's pour the Coke into the glass. Sounds good. Let's drink a little bit of it. Who's ready for Snatcher? Mr. Leo, are you ready for Snatcher? You ready for the end of Snatcher where it's going to get serious? Good evening to you, Mr. Leo. I wonder how much more there is. Do you think it could be like, I don't know, like another half hour of game? It definitely seemed like we were getting towards the end, but I get the feeling it'll be at least a couple more hours for Act 3, but we'll see. If we do finish it early, and I think that's a near certainty. You know what I think we could do after Snatcher, Mr. Leo, is, you know how you wanted to do Mario Kart on the Nintendo Online? We could do that if you're still around. I think it might be fun to do that. Some Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. And maybe some other Switch online games as well. I'd be up for re-exploring that. But anyway, hey Skittles. That's right. Dude, your emote usage is perfect. Did you think I was going to be playing Snatcher before? Because you posted that in the Minecraft stream. I just noticed. But it's more appropriate now, isn't it? All right, let's get into Snatcher. Let's get into the finale of Snatcher. It's exciting. My first time beating Snatcher. Let me just say, this game is really good. I actually am really getting into the story. Like, the story is really good. And usually I don't care about stories in games. But I don't know what it is. I know Kojima obviously, like, tends towards the melodrama and cliches and whatnot. But he's got such a way of telling a story that really gets me invested that most games don't. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's just like his games, or at least the really good ones like this and some of the Metal Gear Solids, just feel like top tier 80s action movies, like Lethal Weapon, you know. They're just very entertaining. That's good toast. That is a good toast. But I mean, man, the story is awesome. The music is awesome. The graphics are awesome. Like, the art is awesome. Everything about the game. Even the gameplay is pretty awesome. Everything about this game is just extremely good. It might even be better than that I thought it was going to be, really. I mean, I expected it to be good, but... Alright. Blade Runner. Even, like, little things like this sound effect when the title screen comes on, or, like, the sound effect here when I press start, is so good. I did see that new Blade Runner, yeah. Yeah, that was, I liked it. Generally, I liked that. I thought that was actually pretty good for a sequel. I have to watch it again sometime. I think it doesn't quite have the amazing atmosphere of the original one, but for a sequel, it's really good. I agree, it is really good.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished snatchers over here.
Get a load of this.
Oh, no, not the president.
The prime ministers of Japan and the UK.
Wow. All the big guys.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
True.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo-Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
He's awesome. He is a bro.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight.
30 minutes.
That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Action time. All right. Well. Yeah, let's continue from that one without having to. But if you shoot Jamie, it forces you to continue. Load your save. This is a tough one. Did better before. All right. Damn it. Keeps eating my inputs. I don't know why it does that. I wonder if the game actually does that, or if it's some sort of emulation problem. Or my controller, even. I hope not. But damn, that's annoying when it eats your input like that. Or am I timing it wrong somehow? I don't see how that could be possible. There it goes again. Like pressing the button and then nothing happens. Maybe they're blocking my shots. Somehow. That's true, Brigand. At least not in this one. Now, see, maybe because I pressed the button too early, the cursor wasn't there yet? I wonder if that's why? Or maybe you can only shoot so... Oh, it's probably because you can only shoot so fast, I bet. No, I don't know. You can shoot pretty rapidly if you want to. Does it seem like that's why? How's it going, Brigand? If I just mash the button and don't worry about, like, accuracy, I think maybe that helps. Like, that kind of helps. Bro, I can't run out of ammo. Alright, there we go. Yeah, mashing the button helps.
I wasn't ready for that.
Remember the hallway? It's pretty tough.
Alright, let's open the next door.
I don't understand why it seems to eat your inputs, but I don't know. I don't remember it doing that before, but no, there's gonna be snatchers here.
Doesn't look like there's anything here.
There is. This part was cool. Wow! Let me see if it eats your inputs here. I don't think it does, though. I mean, this one's a lot easier because they only appear one at a time. But they fire pretty fast, though. You gotta be quick to react. See how fast they fire.
Jeez, these guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
I do like the shooting in this game. I think these shooting minigames are fun. Alright, here's where I got screwed over last time. I accidentally shot I shot her without thinking, and you get no continue. You have to
Jamie,
go back to your save.
Are you alright?
Gillian, you came for me.
That's what I deserve.
Are you hurt?
For shooting first without
They won't lay a finger on
thinking.
me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Whoa.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor? What? This old man?
Professor.
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
What?
Oh, the blonde guy from the painting.
This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you. Try to remain calm, okay? 56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher Project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
I'll check the video on your playthrough.
And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6th, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive! Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian. It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No. Not quite.
So, you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Elijah, why are you doing this? Your father, Professor Modner, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father is dead?
Elijah, what happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me? Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you? Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here. 57 years ago, I was obsessed. With my research, yes. And with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie. You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was
It's always about a woman.
The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you. You showed up and all was ruined. You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch. Jamie and Gillian fell in love, were joined, and even had a child.
Harry.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger. Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you. And then, the democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret, crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed. But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city, had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to
That's
the
a lot of people.
Bioroid project into the shelter, and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter, and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L-Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then?
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well. and for the two of us to finish the development of the bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons. Still, I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
And then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed. First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neo-Kobe City to be my experimental sample. Neo-Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your
Suspicious
test revealed
Japanese
a critical
culture.
flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers.
You see, guys, we gotta stop being so suspicious of each other. Wait, what's the popular game right now, Among Us?
Human society. I sincerely doubt it will
The cycle repeats itself.
level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of
Like me.
mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them,
Hello,
then they can
Demo.
easily become their gods. Indeed, a new race of super beings.
We're learning
We are
about
almost there.
the evil
Once we
plans
perfect the artificial
behind the
skin,
Snatchers.
Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
I no longer
It looks
have
so
any use
trustworthy,
for my
though.
father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
Somebody explain the skin to
How could you
Demo.
get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't you take a look at this? We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Oh, is it Random Hagile? Random Hagile.
Random.
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth.
Oh.
He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers.
And he made him look like Sting.
Thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine. Haven't you yet realized? Random Hagil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards. How like my father.
I did not realize that, no.
He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort.
Modnar Random.
Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect. Even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
What does the summit matter? Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop me. Politics and free thought will no longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul. What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
You'll never be able to snatch our heart and soul.
The race is composed of fools. But I'm different. I will be its savior. Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
In 10 minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15 navigational satellites. The beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Metal, what happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city. The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Neo-Kobe.
Not nuclear weapons.
Do they intend to kill everybody?
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phased particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
This is crazy!
Let a single Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you're the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
I don't think that's gonna work. It's over for you. Snatchers.
Metal!
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
Is that random?
What's that?
Yeah.
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
I don't go down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up!
He's fighting
Let's
against
try to make
himself.
our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off.
Oh no, Sting.
Random. I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton, of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will.
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
Yeah, machines have no
We'll
will.
see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go.
Great
And don't
value,
forget
Kurt
to
Russell.
Take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
It works for me.
Stop.
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
One hell of a junker.
It has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, Metal!
Most recreational.
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for Little John.
Little John? Oh! Okay, Metal.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes.
Thanks.
I've
Thanks,
never
you
read
two.
any of his stuff,
Jamie,
no.
come on!
Seen many of the movies, though.
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool. You don't even know how to love someone.
You stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back.
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
Later, kid!
Whoa. Uh-oh. There goes Metal Gear. I guess Metal Gear was destroyed after all. Just like Solid Snake wanted. Whoa, big city-destroying spherical explosion. You gotta love those. Is that the end? I don't think all the Snatchers are dead yet. He's no longer Solid.
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
13 Special Operations Squad and all Junker personnel. Report immediately for departure.
We'll be waiting for you, too.
Katrina! Mika! You're here too?
Oh.
You better be happy, Buster.
All the
with these
babes.
beautiful women seeing you off.
I'm happy you came. Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
Uh-oh. Let's give it a try, Skittles. I think love can bloom on the battlefield. Oh, there's actually more game. Wow. Okay. Well, first let's look. Let's look at all the babes. Oh, he even turns his head. I'm really sorry for all the worry I've caused you. This kid had such a rough time. She lost almost everything practically overnight. He's done a really great job. I owe her a lot of thanks. Let's talk to Mika. Trying to learn more about you was what got our relationship started. Okay, Katrina. I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home all alone all the time. She told me that Jamie was always worried about me, so I gave her a video phone call. The true game starts now. Please enter disc 2. Oh no, I don't have disc 2. Jen, it's the ending of Snatcher. It's so emotional.
Oh yeah, that was weird. The middle burner of the stove was left on and it smelled like gas.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
You would literally die if I wasn't here.
Well, you're the one who left it on, though.
No, I didn't touch it. I thought I didn't turn it off. I think it might have been by mistake or something.
Huh. Oh, I didn't touch it. By the time I return, I'll probably have my memory back. Don't worry. I promise to make you happy. Before I knew it, really became close, didn't we? With even Alice gone, I was really lonely, Katrina. Our relationship has gone beyond just being friends. Beyond just friends? Ahem, that sounds pretty good to me. They're both so easy to talk to. It's like I've got two real sisters now. Okay. Do I keep talking to him? Oh, don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know. That Gillian. They're just like family to me now. Okay, now we talk to Jamie. I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember those things about me that you hated. Things I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married is all about, Jamie. Gillian. Don't worry. No memories will change how I feel about you. Thank you, Gillian. It's good to hear you say that. It's all about family.
Finalize what they're going to do about Junker operations?
That's right.
I suppose this will end up being our
so
last
powerful.
mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
So the government
Above
has
the cops.
decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Have a safe trip, Second Lieutenant Seed. I'm a second lieutenant as well, so let's try to work together when you get back. What? What? I'm a second lieutenant? How come my rank is even lower than what I had in the army, eh?
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me.
Oh,
you know.
that's why, Brigands.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I'll want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get home.
That's Harry's hat.
We can do it this time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Her acting.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
Wait for
That's
me.
some good acting.
Take me with you, please.
Hey, he's still alive.
Metal?
Yes, sir.
It looks like he's strapped to his Sega CD.
This is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear. Sega CD for now.
Metal Gear
So
Sega
you
CD.
found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Wow.
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh? Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian. Please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board, partner.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
The blowing hair animation. That's good. That looks good.
Throughout history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts.
Yeah.
This conflict has just begun.
He didn't know how right he was, that Kojima. Or maybe he did know because he's probably a time traveler. It really makes you think. Well, I mean, you know, he's dealing with relevant themes, as always, Mr. Kojima. Jeremy Blaustein. Yes, timer off. All right, that was really good. Tam, are you here, Tam, still? It's time to take off these detective clothes once and for all. Guys, I can finally go back to just being plain old, everyday, ordinary Flip. It was a tough life I lived for a while. But I'm looking forward to getting back with the wife and just spending some quiet time away from all these snatchers. Just plain old ordinary Flip. Tam, is Tam still here? I wanted to, yeah, Tam didn't get, there couldn't be another ending, could there? Did he get a bad ending? What was he talking about before? There's no way that there's, I mean, maybe there is. I'd like to know if there's other endings, but yeah, that's, oh, you figured it out, Brigands. And here I thought it was just because I was just lazy. Very great game, yeah. Little corny there at the end. Little expository, very Kojima, but that's okay. Sorry, I like the characters. On modern platforms, it should be. They should translate all the versions, well, all the finished ones. Not just all of them, they should translate the TurboGrafx version. Make them all available. The Saturn and PS1 version. Even the PC-88 and MSX version, translate all of them. And make them all available on like the PS4 or PS5. Hey, that might be something that would make me think about getting a PS5. I will play Police Knots one day for sure. Wait, who's that lady? I don't recognize her. Oh, is that supposed to be Katrina, I guess? I guess that's supposed to be Katrina. I don't recognize that picture, though. Well, these are all special pictures just for the credits. Yeah, it must be Katrina. Lynn Fusener played Katrina. Yeah, the voice acting is very good. Especially for the time. Even for today, it's still decent. Some of the side characters, not the best acting, but you know. I don't even really mind the corniness towards the end, you know? A little bit of corniness is enjoyable. That's some pretty classic Kojima storytelling. Like, that's really good. But I still think that Metal Gear Solid 1 and 3 is probably a bit above this, though. As good as this is, I think Metal Gear Solid 1 and 3 are like the complete package, you know? Like, complete, you know, gameplay, story, everything, complete masterpieces. The gameplay in this game, you know, it's a little bit light. Especially towards the end where, aside from those kind of couple of action scenes they throw in, you don't really do anything. But I did think that all of the point and click puzzle gameplay was really well done, really well executed. A little bit of like clicking around looking for flags, but a lot of it felt like you were like doing like a real investigation, I guess. It had a good feel to it, you know. The gameplay was good, and the gameplay is probably the weakest thing about the game, but it's still good. The art is amazing. The story, the music is amazing. The story is very, very good. Robin has cleared Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 within the past couple months. Oh, nice. Yeah, those games are amazing. Amazing masterpieces. Even 2 is pretty amazing. That's nice. The end screen there. Man, I wish Tam was still here. He seemed to have disappeared. Or maybe Tam got snatched. Tam! Did you get snatched? Does anything new show up on the menu now that I have a game clear? Or, I guess it doesn't even let you save the clear. So, no, it does not. Okay. So I'm curious about a couple things. Tam made it sound like there might have been multiple ending paths, but, well, maybe we can find out. Let's go to YouTube. Let's see what we can learn about Snatcher. Like, I'm guessing there might be a bad ending? No. Does it have the ending for Snatcher in here? It does. Well, I don't see anything about a bad ending, though. Maybe Tam just went crazy or just forgot. Tam is a Snatcher? I feel like that's got to be Tam's request. Oh, speaking of that, we will be doing a Patreon stream Thursday, a couple of days. So get those sketch requests ready. Okay, so then in that case, you know what I do want to look at is just a little bit of some clips of what the other versions are, what they look like. Let's see how much YouTube has. PC. So I think this might be either this or the MSX would be the original version. Let's take a look at the PC-88 version of Snatcher. So this would be the Japanese computer PC-88. This one and the MSX version apparently are unfinished. They don't include the third act because they couldn't finish it in time. But I'd still be very curious about them. Oh, the art actually is similar. Here's what the PC-88 version is. It's not voiced, of course. But it's still got the pretty sick art. Oh. The computer sounds. Oh. I don't remember seeing this shot of Mika in the computer room in the Sega CD version, unless I missed it. Does this version have any music? Oh, it does. Okay. Okay, that is the same song. It's just computerized. PC-88 is the original? Like a high quality DOS. Yeah, I'd love to play some PC-88 games. There's a wealth of games on the PC-88 and PC-98, and I would love to play some of those. The emulation seems to be pretty difficult, but... Oh, here's the gore. So it is the same music, just through the PC-88 speakers. Oh, there's the Christmas shopping district. Oh, there's the dancer girl. She doesn't show up in the ending. I think that was different music there. Yeah, the art is still awesome. Oh, what does the shooting parts look like? Let me see. Here's my favorite character. She was drawn super hot. Huh. That's just Act 1. Alright, now let's look at the MSX Snatcher, if that's on here. Well, I thought that some of them had redone graphics. Or redone music. This is the MSX version. Kojima, very familiar with the MSX. Act 1, Snatch. Yeah, I recognize that art. Oh, it's in English? Oh, there's an English patch for this? Or is it English? Oh, that's from the beginning when she shows you around. Oh, that's right. There's the classic music. Oh, the Marilyn Monroe picture is a lot more obvious as Marilyn Monroe in that image. You know what? Do you think that maybe they made them change it in the American version? This picture of Marilyn Monroe? Because it's so much more obvious in this version. Post that to you in Discord. Yeah, that's probably the most memorable piece of music from the game. This one right here, this like investigation theme. Her character art. It seems like there could be less music in the computer versions. Sure. Okay. So both those versions are apparently unfinished. Let's look at... I'm curious about the TurboGrafx version. If they have that on here. Or maybe they don't. I guess it would be in her PC Engine. Wait, what am I typed in the wrong thing. PC Engine... Snatcher. They have them like all on here. The magic system. Oh, it's very similar.
Yes. それじゃあ暗号といくか。暗号？追伸。
The graphic... I guess the graphics and art are the same between the versions. Oh, that sounds more like the codec. Yeah, this is voice acted because this was a CD system. Whoa, the gore. Santa Claus version. I think this is the whole game. This is the exciting part. In the Japanese, the robot has like a little baby voice. Is this soundtrack the same? Okay, yeah, I think it is. I recognize that song. Oh, was that the... Yeah, there's the classic music. Okay. The versions are more alike than I thought they were. Let's look at the PS1 Snatcher. And I'm assuming the PS1 and Saturn are probably very similar. Oh, wait. What is this about censorship? How is Snatcher censored?
During the game's sparse action sequences. Although not everything, from a time when industry legend Hideo Kojima humans and taking the extra content, 1994, scenes that like on support during the game's sparse released in Japan, but based around their PC Engine release. With a number of improvements such as extra cutscenes and like on support during the game's sparse original game design with red ink. This video will provide a comprehensive comparison of Neo-Code. The mentions this was changed, but imagine this scene was edited to obscure the nudity in both the Sega CD and PS1 versions.
Oh, I see.
More located away from the version.
They kept all the gore in, though. They didn't take out any gore.
In addition to that, the version, which mask was the Predator.
I'll have to look at that later. Okay, let's just look. Is the PS1 version the one that has the extra stuff? Not the maggots. Don't censor the maggots. Right, Demo? That's your favorite part. There's the classic theme. Oh, the PS1 version looks really good. Oh, well, she was probably given like a nightgown or something in the American version, I think. Oh yeah, that's some of the censorship. The interface looks different in this version. The music kind of sounds different. Good American logic. Yeah, exactly. Keep every single maggot, though. I know, exactly. Good old American logic. Oh, here's the good part. Uncensored. Except, it's not really any different from the American version. I don't know what they were talking about. Whoa, I don't is that... Oh no, I guess, yeah, that was in... Yeah, this is all the same. This is all the same. I think. Okay, I get, you know, the different versions are not as different as I thought they were. It's actually pretty much the same art. It's like retouched here. I think I might like the art better in the Sega CD version actually than here. Like it looks a little bit weird in the way it's retouched in this version, and they've added these like this new kind of interface, which looks a little bit strange. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I might kind of prefer the Sega CD version over this. Better colors, which is weird. Oh, this dude's mask is different unless... Look at this guy's mask. That was different in the Sega CD version. Unless there's like a way to see this. Alright, okay. Well, my curiosity is satisfied, I think. That first Snatcher. Let's go to the ratings. Alright guys, it's time to rate this game, this masterpiece, or near masterpiece. Like I said, I think it's not quite at the level 9.5. Yeah, I'm kind of around 9.5 too. But I think I'm edging a little bit more towards 9. Not quite the top tier masterpiece that is like the Metal Gear Solid games, specifically 1 and 3. But really close to that level though. Like very, very good overall. Where is it? Oh, Sega CD. So I'm gonna give it a 9. I was considering maybe edging up to a 10 at some point, but I think I'm gonna go with a 9. And then the music is very good. Like, it's really good, but it's not quite 10 level good. It's definitely between an 8 or a 9. Couldn't go lower than 8. Couldn't go higher than 9. I kind of want to give it a 9, but a lot of the there's really only like a few tracks that are extremely good though, so I kind of almost want to go. But the overall soundtrack is it's just very nice. It's very nice. It's very fitting. It's very the atmosphere is really awesome. So that kind of makes me want to push it towards a 9. Even though like not every individual song is great. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe an 8. Maybe an 8 for the music. I could go 9, but man, I think an 8. I think an 8. All right, our time is 12:13. And this high of a score will get it either on the top 100. Yeah, I think that like I said, it's more towards a 9.5, so I'm thinking like a 9.3. That should probably get it onto the top 100. I think that's enough. Yeah, like it should be around here. So it gets onto the top 100. Like my top 100 list has been cracked. I think maybe a 9.31. So, oh, this is probably the first. Well, it's definitely the first Sega CD game to get on the top 100. No question about that. I've only rated 4 of them, so. No, and that pushes Monster World 4 off the top 100. Sorry. So that puts it right around The World Ends With You, Persona 1, Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario Bros. 2. Nice. All right. Yeah, that seems about right. It is in good company. Yes. All right. Well, it's always exciting to find a new game that is good enough to go on the top 100. That's not easy to get in there. It's a lot of really good games. And the first Sega CD game. Not a lot of Genesis games here either, but that's probably because I need to play more Genesis games. Yeah, my list of Genesis games that I've played, it's still fairly short compared to Super Nintendo. Like, let's see. There's probably like maybe 40, maybe 50. Maybe 50 games on here. Oh, I could actually count. -4. Oh, 65. Okay. But still, that's not really that many games. I'm sure there's some classics that we have yet to play. So, Dark Castle, no. Although I would be curious to try the Macintosh Dark Castle sometime to see, because that one doesn't look quite as bad. It seems cooler in a way. Oh, this has the terrible sound effects though. Yeah, there's definitely still a bunch of Genesis games I'd like to play, like the sequel to Echo. I'd like to play that one of these days. I want to play all the Echo games. I'll play the Echo Junior game and the 3D one they made as well. But of course that wouldn't be Genesis. So I've got to go back to Quackshot one of these days. Well, anyway, yeah, that's a really good game. Snatcher. That's a very good game. I'm glad I finally played it. Now, That is the end of Snatcher. But it's not the end of the stream because look how early it is. It's only 8:30. I mean, before we move on, did we miss anything about Snatcher? Is there anything else? Censorship. Were there any other like hidden details about Snatcher that are interesting? Like hidden endings or anything? I couldn't find anything, but... Oh, PC Engine games in the top 100? Good question. Let me take a look at my list again. Well, I know that Castlevania is. Let's see, which... I mean, Rondo of Blood. Fighting Street is on the worst list. Rondo of Blood is 1. And that's it. Yeah, Rondo of Blood is the only TurboGrafx game. It's an awesome system, but there are not a lot of games that... Well, other than Rondo, there aren't really any games I would necessarily call a masterpiece. Maybe the Ease games, but I haven't played the TurboGrafx ones. I should. I need to. Yeah, but that's the only one. What about Genesis games on the top 100? Let's see how many Genesis games there are here. Hopefully they're not mislabeled or anything. Genesis, you have Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and that's it. Wait, why does Monster World 4 say Genesis? Did I screw something up? Did I like misalign these? I hope not. Oh, that's just... Okay, that's probably just this one that's mislabeled. That's not right. That's a 3DS game, I believe. Why that says Genesis. Yeah, just Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2. Those are the only... I mean, I have some that get close. Rocket Knight Adventures, Castlevania Bloodlines, Toe Jam and Earl. Ranger X didn't quite make the cut to be on this list. Alicia Dragoon is not... Alicia Dragoon, I believe, is an 8. And a game has to be at least 9 to get on this list, so... Didn't make the cut. It's a hidden gem. I love it, but... Monster Hunter 4 or Monster World 4? Monster Hunter 4. I have yet to... Oh, maybe I did mean Monster World 4. Oh, whoops. Oh, I was confused. Oh, no wonder. Thank you for pointing that out. Yes, no, that was Monster World. I made a mistake there. That was Monster World 4, so that's why it says Genesis. Okay. So Monster World 4 got pushed off the top 100. That's too bad, but that's a very good game. Extremely good game. Yeah. Not a lot of Genesis games. How many Super Nintendo games are on here? Let's do a quick evaluation of my top 100. We have Umihara Kawase. So there's only the 2 Genesis games in the top 100. Super Nintendo, we have Umihara Kawase, Final Fantasy VI. See, having some of like the best RPGs, like the Squaresoft ones, that gives you an advantage. Chrono Trigger, that's 3. Earthbound is 4. Contra 3. Super Metroid. Secret of Mana. Super Mario World. Earthworm Jim. Oh, Earthworm Jim would have counted for Genesis as well. But I have it sort of like listed under both. That didn't come up on the search though, because it's just Gen. Yeah, well, there's no really good way to do that, so it would come up on a search. Oh well. Yeah, I guess Earthworm Jim kind of counts. Like I'm counting it for both on the list because it's too weird to pick one or the other, you know. Although technically, I think the Genesis version. Well, people say that that's better. I'm more used to the Super Nintendo version. I don't know. To me, it's not really worth nitpicking which one is better. So where was I? Yeah, I will count that for Super Nintendo. There's a lot more Super Nintendo games. And that is because it's partially because I've played more Super Nintendo games, but I think there's just, when it comes to like the masterpieces, I think Super Nintendo just has more, to be honest. Nothing against the Genesis. It has a lot of cool games, but I just think Super Nintendo maybe overall has better games. It's just my opinion. And it doesn't mean that I don't like Genesis, but Umihara Kawase, Final Fantasy 6, Chrono Trigger, 4, 5, 6, 7, Super Mario World 8, Earthworm Jim, we'll count that, 9, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, 10, Yoshi's Island, 11, Star Fox, 12, Final Fantasy 4, 13, Equinox, 14, Final Fantasy 5, 15, Legend of Mystic Ninja, 16, Mega Man X, 17, Donkey Kong Country 2, 18. It's got 18 damn games on the top 100, the Super Nintendo. Wow. Yeah, Baby Escape just barely missed the top 100. Exactly, Mr. Leo. Yeah, more 10 out of 10 games. I just think that it does. And yeah, there are Genesis games. There are hidden gems that I still need to play, but I really don't think that there's anything that could... Like, if there was Genesis game that was like a stone cold masterpiece, I feel like I would have played it. Like, maybe one of the Phantasy Star games could be a 10. I'm not sure what else like would be a contender, honestly. Yeah, Earthworm Jim is not super... Most of those are Japanese developed. There would be a few. I mean, we could do a separate thing of, like, which ones are Japanese developed. It's going to be the majority of them, but let's see. What's the first one on here to not be Japanese developed? Bloodborne, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, there is a game in the top 10. Oh, there's 2 games in the top 10. Tomb Raider, developed by Core, and Battletoads, developed by Rare. So there's 2 games in the top 10. There you go. It's not... I mean, it's obviously weighed towards Japanese, but there's some Western-developed ones. Yeah, Earthworm Jim, like you said. You think Phantasy Star 4? Yeah, maybe one of the Phantasy Star games. Maybe 4 could be potentially a 10. Maybe. What else? Doom. Doom and Doom 2 are American-developed. Rayman, American developed. Well, that's French developed, but it counts as Western. Earthworm Jim, as noted. Spelunky, yeah, that counts. That's American developed. Am I missing one? Yeah, now you have me curious too. I want to see. There's not a lot, but there's a few. Longest Journey. That is like, I think that might be Norway for that one. King Seal's Japanese. Equinox is, I think that might be a British. Yeah, that's a British developer. That's not Rare, is it? Equinox is not Rare. That's some. I forget who that is. And that would be it. So not a lot, but there are definitely some Western developed games on here. A lot of Super Nintendo. A lot of PS2 games on here as I look. A lot of PS1 and PS2. A few PS4. A couple PS3. A few portable ones on here. Not as many NES as you would think, but definitely some NES games on here. A couple DS games. So there's a decent variety. Like, my goal would be to like play all the best games on, you know, every system, and then we could have like a really well represented list. But yeah, not a lot of classic TurboGrafx games. I think I need to play more TurboGrafx games. I'm sure there could be some more really good ones. The TurboGrafx has got a lot of cool games. I like a lot of them. But anyway, now is probably time to move on. So what I was thinking about doing next,